We are going to witness the most anticipated match in history for the heavyweight championship of the world. Are you ready? Are you ready? For the millions watching around the world, from the capital city of the United States of America, Washington, D.C., ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
The tea party that started a few years ago.
Guess what? You're getting loaded!
Hey.
Now put your hands on it!
Okay, why don't you support the tea party that started this anti-government
punk ass bitch? Why is that? We're not illegal and we're not aliens. We're on indigenous territory. Get at me. You're a punk.
Okay. Yeah. So listen, bro.
Yo,
I don't have my
don't call me
megaphone.
bro. We ain't brothers.
Hey, I'm not using my megaphone. I'm down here interviewing people about why they're here. So why don't you go down there?
No.
Let me interview
You need
these
to leave
people.
because you keep on elevating your voice. You're gonna jump there.
Oh, hey, Mr. Bouncer, this man just threatened me multiple times over here. Said he's gonna jump me. Okay, so you're the bouncer.
Do me a favor. Do you see the children?
Yes.
They're here to enjoy democracy. They're not here to witness people like you. Why don't you make yourself scarce around?
We love Ron Paul.
Ron Paul for president.
Vote for Ron Paul for president, the only Republican against the war.
Vote for Ron Paul.
A true constitutionalist.
Vote for Ron Paul.
My morality is based on man's life as a standard of value. And since man's mind is his basic means of survival, I hold that if man wants to live on earth and to live as a human being, he has to hold reason as an absolute, by which I mean that he has to hold reason as his only guide to action, and that he must live by the independent judgment of his own mind, that his highest moral purpose is the achievement of his own happiness, and that he must not force other people, nor accept their right to force him, that each man must live as an end in himself and follow his own rational self-interest.
The guests who sit next to me have been booked in the sense that people have written in and they've had gripes to put on. But before this program is over tonight, there will be people invited down out of the audience to question any guest.
Your producer told me that there wasn't time for this sort of
thing on your program. There really isn't. I just thought it would be fun to bring you up and make a liar out of you, and I've done it.
But you haven't done it.
I've done it.
Oh, no, you haven't.
Mr. Liar, take a walk.
You haven't done it. You've got a dirty mouth and not much of anything else.
Take a walk. Grow some hair. Get out of my face.
But you finally reach a point where it becomes more and more difficult to sustain the inflation, and that's what we're seeing today. We're seeing massive doses of money pumped into the economy, and then massive retrievals of it in effect. They're not really taking it out, they're just slowing it down, and it creates the same thing.
The book that started it all, that founded the Austrian school, is written by Karl Menger, Principles of Economics. In this book, he explains marginal utility theories, the subjective theory of value, the origins of money, and economics in general. It's a short and beautiful presentation of the foundation of how to think like an economist. In fact, that's what Mises said about this book, that this is the book that helped him to think, that first began to help him think like an economist. So Mises, Rothbard, we all owe a great debt to Karl Menger. The book is The Principles of Economics, and look at this edition. This is our pocket edition. See how thin it is. We use thinner paper. It's 307 pages, very nice print, very easy to read. Lightweight, it feels very good. I wish you could feel it right now. This is the first time that Principles of Economics has been in an edition for mass distribution like this, so you can just carry it around with you, put it anywhere. It's got the whole original treatise right here. And in the same way that this book taught Mises and taught Hayek economics, it can teach you economics too. It's relentlessly logical, a beautiful presentation by Karl Menger, written in 1871. It absolutely must be read and mastered by anybody who calls himself an Austrian, or anybody who just wants to learn about how to think about economics.
My question is directed to Chairman Bernanke. You know, for many years, the Austrian free market economists had predicted all these problems would come, and they were certainly correct in everything that they said. Of course, they're not very satisfied, including myself, with the so-called solutions, because it looks like we're spending a lot of energy and a lot of money trying to patch a system together that is unworkable. So we have Congress spending a lot of money. We have Treasury very much involved in trying to pick and choose which worthless asset that we're going to buy. And, of course, the Federal Reserve is involved in injecting trillions of dollars that nobody seems to be keeping track of. But what we're failing to do, I think, is to recognize that the system no longer works. But I can understand why we do this, because, if Congress couldn't do this, and if the Fed couldn't do this, and Treasury couldn't do this, it would make us all irrelevant. And instead of looking at the causes of this and then finding the solutions aren't going to be found here, we have to make ourselves feel pretty important. But I think there's another reason why we think we're pretty important, is because in a way our interference in the market corrections that tried to come about since 1971 seemed to work. I mean, the failure was established in 1971 with a system that had no way of automatically correcting the balance of payment.
For the millions watching around the world, from the capital city of the United States of America, Washington, D.C., ladies and gentlemen,